feline court, industrial glue, or a hair product, and a streaker at the Super Bowl. All that and a lot more coming up right now on The Morning Laugh.
Good morning, my morning laughers. If you are awake, that means that you're an adult, I think. Hey, let's introduce the rest of my crew. What am I, a gangster? Here we go. This is Mike James. My man, how you doing? This is Brian Kohatsu with us.
Good morning.
All the way from Europe, as far as you know, Josh Novey.
What's so, I'm a gangster. I'm in the gang.
We're back to the snapping fingers.
Gangs with rhythm.
I'm pretty sure you were just singing the jingle to a game show.
No,
I'm in a gang. Do.
Don't you guys remember West Side Story? It's when you're a jet from your first cigarette to your last day. Never mind. Okay,
but you do know that if that came out now, they would roll it into a TV series, and it would have a lame theme.
Oh yeah.
West Side Story, the series.
It would. Listen, did anybody do their hair this morning?
I did.
I mean, yeah.
Great.
Why would you not do your hair?
I didn't do my hair this morning. Did you do your hair with Gorilla Glue? That's my lead-in.
Oh, that's you know what? I was thinking about it because I just have it laying around everywhere. So I thought about it, but I didn't do that.
That is the strangest story. I can't imagine what you're thinking. I don't know what happened with that girl. So just to clarify, everybody, a woman used Gorilla Glue as hair product. Mm-hmm. So she just there's a picture of her. I don't.
Yeah. So
it is a spray adhesive.
Oh, it's a spray, Gorilla Glue spray. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I say okay like that. Oh, okay. Now I get it.
Yeah.
That's reasonable.
So here's kind of how it happened, and this is where it gets crazy. I was on TikTok watching this because I'm a child, of course, and my wife and I are just scrolling through TikTok, and this lady does this whole video, and it was so funny and so entertaining, and she's like hitting her head because she's like, guys, like never use Gorilla Glue as your hair, and we're just laughing because we're like, this lady is so funny. Like, how did she make it look like Gorilla Glue? Like, we didn't believe her. We 100% didn't believe. And people in the comments were like, I really hope that's not true because this is a terrible thing. And then it turned out it was 100% real. And people went from like laughing, thinking she's the funniest woman in the world, to now kind of thinking she's the dumbest woman in the world. I mean,
she used it like hairspray to hold her hair in place.
Yeah.
And it must have hardened like a shell.
Yeah. If you get a chance, watch the video because nothing's going on. She puts the shampoo on and it's just on the surface.
I don't think I have time to watch videos and prepare for this show.
Well, the worst part is though that this is her. There's a picture of her here in the ER trying to get it removed, which they were unsuccessful apparently.
Yeah.
On that.
Huh.
So
they were unsuccessful?
No, they tried. I guess they put some chemical in it trying to burn it off, and I guess it did burn her scalp a little bit. So it's not getting any better. Here's another shot of her. She's got a friend of hers applying some more stuff, and I don't know if you saw that video, but she's freaking out pretty bad because it hurts pretty bad. So they did start a GoFundMe for her to get some medical attention, which there is a LA doc that has come forward to kind of try to help her out. I believe tomorrow, so stay tuned.
From what I understood, she tried to sue, or she's trying to sue Gorilla Glue Company.
Yeah, the product's too good
because she misused. That's like the coyote trying to sue Acme jet skates. Yeah, I think you're using the product wrong,
Mike. If you know, he tried several times and failed. They just don't run those episodes. Hey, good morning, Tom Hoy. By the way, Tom is watching. Hoy's.
Oh yeah.
getting that correct. Good morning. Thanks for joining us.
Morning, Tom.
So here's the ultimate question with this Gorilla Glue hairspray incident. Should Gorilla Glue come out with a hairspray line now?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
No, that would be the most confusing line ever.
But you got to call it something else, like
No, they use
not glue.
They
Gorilla
use
Glue.
a different font where it says Gorilla Glue, so you'll know the difference.
Spelled Guer.
Part of the reason she's suing is because it did not say, it says do not use toward eyes, hands. It didn't list hair. That's why.
It's people like that you need to put that label on for.
You know what I love? This will be the whole thing. Is if she puts WD-40 in her hair, she's back to normal. It's gonna be something ridiculous like that.
It probably will be.
I mean, if I just put duct tape on there and rip it off real fast.
I mean, when I was a kid, my mom would just put mayonnaise in her hair for no reason. She was like, "Here's the mayonnaise. It's good for your hair."
That's true.
Leave it in there, Josh.
I remember when I was young, if you got gum in your hair,
Yeah,
you'd use peanut butter.
Yeah.
Which
Anybody
is
else?
weird because the kid that was allergic to peanut butter, he died.
That's what my mom used to throw me in the freezer.
Oh.
And it was basically to get me off of the gum. It was weird. Whatever. It's all perspective, guys.
She wanted the gum back. She's like, "Oh, it's got flavor. I gotta get it."
Hey,
Mom, I got gum in my hair. Put that back under the table.
what you get for fooling around under the table? That's where I put it.
Did you guys make any product mistakes as a kid? Like I remember growing up, I grabbed a giant spoonful of Crisco because I thought it would taste like chicken legs because that's the picture outside of a giant tub of Crisco.
Yeah,
And there's no sign that says "Do not eat by itself." This is not taste like a giant leg of turkey.
I love chicken now in a fluidy paste.
I was like 8.
That's the worst. Even if it did taste like chicken, that would be just disgusting.
This is much better than that oatmeal glue I had this morning.
Well, yeah, I feel like there's enough textures out there in the world.
I just remember as a child, my mother would have chocolate, like she's making brownies or whatever, but unsweetened chocolate, because back then that's how it came, and you had to add the sugar. And having a taste of chocolate that's unsweetened is quite a shock.
Mm.
Yeah, it's pretty disgusting. Cocoa, just that big, especially the big Hershey one that said cocoa on it.
Yeah,
you're like, jackpot.
Well, yeah, those watching, feel free to comment if you have a product that you have used wrongly growing up or anything. Don't worry, this is not a time to judge. This is just a time to be there.
This is a safe space for you. We won't judge you. You know we're going to judge you and laugh at you.
The morning laugh, you're in a safe place.
Okay, Norm, I was just going to say, what is that word? But it was nair. Norm said, I used nair the first time I decided I wanted to be bald. Not a good idea.
Yeah, Norm, that's a good idea if you want to wear short shorts. We wear short shorts.
You wear short shorts.
I also love that Norm said he was 21, so he had to specify. I'm not 8. I'm 21 when I did that.
I'm very curious to know whether or not I'm assuming there's some kind of chemical burn that happened, Norm. And
I'm more curious as why you wanted to be bald when you were 21.
These are all good questions.
Like he
don't know Norm,
and he's like, "I really want to buy some beer, but they're never gonna believe me."
21. Okay, he said, "I looked like I had leprosy for 2 weeks." That's what,
which I think we can all agree that 2-week leprosy is the worst.
It is.
You know?
It is.
That's true. The 1 week leprosy I can deal with. It's the 2 week. That's some tough stuff. Well, throughout our show, feel free to just comment on the dumb product misuses that you have used. I feel like all of us have done. Do you guys have nothing? I share my Crisco. I share my heart.
I shared my chocolate, my unsweetened chocolate story.
I mean, I guess I've eaten way too much fast food. I guess that's improper usage.
Improper usage.
And was it so fast that you're like, this doesn't taste like McDonald's, and it was Burger King. I forgot.
Yeah.
Is it like that crazy?
My dad had a very industrial type vice in the garage, and this isn't food related, but I would use it to crush anything I could find. I used to find just like anything I could find. I wonder what the vice would do to that.
Have you seen like one of my favorite channels is that YouTube channel where they take the industrial press and they just crush random objects. Yeah. It's the best YouTube channel ever. I love it.
There's another one called Will It Blend, and they put all kinds of stuff into blenders.
Oh, I've seen that. That's great.
Yeah.
What a part of humanity that makes us have to watch that. Where is that in us?
Have to.
Have to.
It's funny because it is, the Will It Blend thing. They take like a little clock radio or whatever, but it's like this industrial blender machine thing, and they just blend it up to see what'll happen. And
probably just an old boat motor,
Yeah, it probably is. I don't know.
Chop it up.
Which explains why they're doing it on the seashore.
Let's move on to the second trending topic, and I'm actually gonna save my favorite for last here. But the streaker in the Super Bowl, I hadn't seen it on TV. I go on TikTok again. I'm a child. I go on TikTok and I see footage of this streaker, and I was like, no wonder there was a scene. There was a scene. There was a part of the Super Bowl where it was just so much noise from the audience, and Mike and I were like, what's happening? Turns out this guy right here, if you're watching us, if you're listening on podcast, you're going to have the imagination of a child. But if not, you can just watch it. And this guy here is
just to be clear, Chris is not showing a picture of a nude man.
No.
It is quote unquote a streaker, but he's pretty clothed.
And for those of you watching too, that's not me.
Although you do have those same clothes.
I do have the same outfit, unfortunately.
That'd be embarrassing if he showed up at the same time with him. Just me? Oh no.
Dude, that's so weird,
Now, before we say how much he got paid to do it, because this ends up becoming the mode. If he got paid money to do it, how much do you think you would do it? This is the Super Bowl. Let's not say the actual answer yet. How much would you get paid to wear that outfit and run out?
I would do it for $500.
Yeah, I would do it for a bucket of Crisco.
Chicken flavored Crisco.
An open bucket of flavored Crisco.
I would do it for a cup of sugar to go with my chocolate.
Crisco with a little cocoa on top of it.
I don't honestly. I would imagine not that much. I mean, I know what he got paid. I would.
What would you do?
I would not pay that much. Marty says that Chiefs couldn't even keep the streaker out of the end zone.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys saw, but Gronk tweeted yesterday that that at least he made it to the end zone. So
yeah,
Gronk said that.
Gronk did, on Twitter.
So any other, like, if the four of us were at the Super Bowl, which we should now make a goal,
we should.
Yeah.
And I turn to you and I say, all right, streak. I'm dead serious. Get out there, just run around, and I'm willing to pay you. What number would you say in response?
If it was streaking in the traditional sense of actually streaking, it would be quite a bit. But in the case of this guy, you have to go out there wearing these shorts and this ridiculous outfit. I'll bet I would do it for $2,000.
Oh.
Oh, that's we can afford that. We can.
We can afford that, guys.
I was thinking like $20,000, and I was like, I could never get Mike to do that. All right. Well,
there is a difference between complete nudity and what that guy did.
Yeah.
Because what's funny is he just started like taking his pants down just a smidge to show his cheeks. That's it. That's which is fine because I don't need to see anything more. but it was very strategic in terms of like, this is the weird pink outfit I'm going to wear. These are the weird pants. And he had some moves though. I mean, he was, first of all, if you're watching, we got some nice shots of him here posing down. Lots of tattoos. Yeah. But this is my favorite. So the security, look at this. The security guard was full out trying to tackle.
I would say that I look at that security guard and have two questions. One, how did he catch the guy? He looks quite overweight. And two, how did he get airborne for even half a second?
He looks like the kicker of some guy that just did a punt return.
Yeah.
Now I have to pretend I'm gonna try to get him.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I feel like the best part is every picture I've seen of this guy, he is just having a blast. Like I feel like he would have done it for free. He did it for money, but like he just looks like he's having so much fun.
I honestly, if you're gonna streak, this was the year to do it. I think it was probably the easiest to get down to the field. Probably less realize on you. Probably a little bit, you'd be a little bit braver to go out and do it. So
yeah.
I honestly, I don't know why they're calling him a streaker. He was clothed. He didn't.
It's 2021.
Yeah.
It's never. We're never going to see streaking, Mike, because that's offensive.
He's
going to see almost streak.
He's a never nude. He always wears.
I feel like we've lost the art of streaking.
Yeah. Did anybody else see his legs look like they may have used Nair just a little bit?
Funny you say that because I was thinking. Did he use Gorilla Glue on his hair, on his leg?
Gorilla Glue and short shorts.
It's possible.
That's why he went to streak, but he had Gorilla Glue on under there. He couldn't take his pants off.
I heard too. He just snorted a bunch of raw chocolate. So crystal all over his body. But
so how much did he make?
Okay, so the dude ends up making $375,000 to do it.
So from what the brief thing I read about this is he made a bet and he got paid. Who bet? First of all, I'll bet you $1 million, Chris, you won't do that. And you do it. I'm not going to actually pay you $1 million. Who paid him $275,000?
I think he made a prop bet, where like they have like the little prop bets, like what side will the coin land on? They have all those weird things. Will there be a pick six or so he made a prop bet on himself at a casino or whatever like that. And
Josh, the real question here is what's the over under on a streaker for next year?
I don't want to know the under.
Well, it's actually under it's a under 7.5.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means, but
I also wonder, he had a logo on his shirt. And I assumed that company paid him to do it, but apparently that's not the case.
Oh, see, I thought they did. I was under the impression that company had paid him to do that. But if you're watching this or listening to this, do not go to that company's website because I have not been there, but I heard what it is, and I don't
not go. And it says right on there, MikeJamesComedy.com.
Yeah,
over and over and over. So.
Marty Simpson he's right on top of this. Marty's got it. Noted. Don't make $1 million better, Mike James.
Well, you know what? It turns out that company really did want the sponsorship. It was their idea from the get-go. They sat him down. They were like, "Hear me out. This is crazy. We've already asked 300 people at the Super Bowl, and they've all told us no. You're the one."
Really?
Pretty sure.
Did they say how much? So did he get paid $375,000 plus like a month membership, or like what did they give him? Oh.
Who knows?
Listen, you go streak on the Super Bowl. We'll give you anything you want as long as it's in my office. You can have anything. Yeah.
Well, he had to pay $1,000 to get out of jail, so it's a pretty good return on investment.
Well, and here's the thing: he cashed in the $375,000, so it's legit. Allegedly, at least he allegedly cashed it in, so it's legit.
Allegedly is a very courtroom type word, Chris.
Yeah.
But
speaking of Mike James, Mike James, were you ever a lawyer? I feel like you could have been.
I have not been a lawyer, although I've worked with a lot of lawyers.
I feel like if you walked
in my
into a
many
courtroom-
dealings.
if you walked into a courtroom and said you were a lawyer, I'd believe you. I'd say, okay, yeah.
Excuse me. I think that would blow my cover right away because just walking, go, excuse me, everybody, I'm a lawyer.
Yeah. What you didn't know is that Mike was bet $1 million to say he was a lawyer, walk into a courtroom wearing a pink shirt. I'm a lawyer. Pay me.
Oh, man.
I would walk in wearing a cat suit, maybe.
There you go. Perfect lead in, because we had a lawyer. Not we didn't. He's not representing us. I don't think the Morning Laugh is being
Morning
sued by
Laugh
anything yet.
law team.
The law team, yes. Our
legal
crack law team over here gets
Have you been injured in a accident? Line.
Our strong law team gets into this online. Most of these court cases are online, and gets in there, and he cannot figure out how to get rid of this cat filter. Well, go ahead and play the video, Brian, because this is so good.
Mr. Ponton, I believe you have a filter turned on in the video settings. You might want to
we're trying to. Can you hear me, Judge?
I can hear you. I think it's a filter.
It is, and I don't know how to remove it. I've got my assistant here. She's trying to, but
that poor cat.
I'm prepared to go forward with it. I'm here live. I'm not a cat.
I can see that.
I love that it starts with him going, oh. You feel so bad for him because he looks like just this poor kitten. My sister's here.
Not again. I got turned into a cat again.
My sister's here and she's a witch. Oh my gosh.
I'm prepared to go forward. That's what he says.
That's the best part. I'm prepared to go forward.
It'll be so funny. Like, he sounds like a cat already. Oh, meow. No.
Like, Your Honor, I'm going to prove, meow, that my client did not kill that man. All seriousness. He did not do that.
Excuse me, Your Honor, King Friday.
Here's the funny thing. So, in case you're wondering, for our viewing audience, this is what the real gentleman looks like.
Well, he does look like a cat.
It's not too far off.
No.
It really is.
Oh, meow. No. Not again. Oh, no.
The fact that he had to specify for the court is, I'm not a cat.
I love it because the stenographer is like, I'm not a cat.
Can you read that back to us, please?
Can you read that back to us?
I have meow.
Meow. I am not a cat. Meow. Thank you, Doris.
I thought it was even funnier when he said, I'm not a cat. And the other guy says, we can see that. I can't see that. He looks like a cat to me.
So I'm assuming, I don't know who, Jerry Phillips is the gentleman right above the cat man.
He's the plaintiff and he's getting a kick out of it. He starts laughing.
He does start laughing, which again takes the video up to another level. So
I didn't even notice that.
Oh my gosh!
Honestly, it's the beginning. It's such the beginning for me.
Yeah, that's the best part. Hey, again.
In case you guys were wondering, this has happened before. It happened to Fred McMurray. They had a friend of his turned into a dog. It happened to Tim Allen. Tim Allen, this happened to a few years ago. So, it's a problem apparently that lawyers have for some reason.
Oh gosh. Norm said, how much did he get paid for that bet?
That was $275,000 to show up to his court case as a cat.
Oh man.
But do not go to the website.
If that was my lawyer, I don't know if I would be proud of him or if I'd be infuriated and be like, I need a new lawyer.
You'd be like, this is a mistrial. I don't know. My lawyer's a cat, Your Honor.
This was the weird thing is this whole thing was a court case over cat food. I think you should recluse yourself, Your Honor.
Well, what button did he press that right before it became a cat?
I don't know if you've been on Zoom. Zoom actually has a button that says cat lawyer.
Oh my gosh.
Crying laughing this morning.
Your Honor, I intend to prove meow that the defendant meow was he's got a little cat.
His client's like, how much are you paying me? Oh, meow, it's all there on my fee line. Meow. Meow pun meow meow. Meow meow.
Yeah, y'all just a big city meow lawyer now, but I'm just a small time meow.
He's a southern law cat.
I just wanted to wait till he's like, ladies and gentlemen of the jury.
Marty says, ironically, the client said just that morning how much he loved his lawyer with the sentiment, "My lawyer is my dog."
There you go. Yeah, can we play that video one more time just for old time's sake? That was incredible.
Just to make your day, sure.
Yeah, just to make my day.
Mr. Ponton, I believe you have a filter turned on in the video settings.
Okay, my favorite part's coming.
You might want to
we're trying to. Can you hear me, Judge?
I can hear you. I think it's a filter.
It is, and I don't know how to remove it. I've got my assistant here. She's trying to, but I'm prepared to go forward with it. I'm here live. I'm not a cat.
I can see that.
I just want to clarify something.
Is he thinking like this is it for me? I'm losing my job.
I'm prepared to go forward. By the way, I am not a cat.
Let the record show that he is not a cat.
The record show. He is prepared to go forward as not a cat.
Oh my gosh.
He goes on. Oh, honey, I got declawed today. I mean, debarred.
That's funny.
Speaking of weird things happening, Josh, I hear you've been having strange dreams.
Oh man, I always have strange dreams. I think I have the best dreams of anybody. Honestly, they're amazing. But this morning I kept on waking up thinking I was late for this podcast, and it was rough. And then I would wake up and it'd be like 2:00 in the morning, and I'd be like, oh no, I'm fine. And then I'd go back to sleep, and then I would have another dream that I was late for a totally different reason. One of the dreams I was watching old cartoons in a movie theater. Yeah. I get out. I'm like, oh no, the cartoons lasted too long. Oh meow.
Who knew Steamboat Willie was an hour and a half?
Yeah.
This begs the question: what did you eat before you went to bed?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good question.
A lot of mushrooms. Oh.
If I eat spicy food, I will have the most bizarre, disturbing dreams. If I eat spicy food right before bed, that happens to me. So I'm just curious, Josh. So you kept waking up thinking you were late, and for those of you who don't know, which is everybody but us, we meet at 5:30 before the show, half hour before the show, and Josh was 15 minutes late.
Yeah, I was, but but I was awake, which means I was on time. So it didn't really bother me that much.
Yeah, you literally messaged us and you were like, I'll join when I'm ready, when I'm good and ready. So.
Yeah. I didn't do my hair. I had to take off my cat costume.
Because you were in court.
I'm not a cat.
I'm on right now.
That's so crazy.
I'm prepared to move forward. That's the boldest statement. I'm prepared.
Oh no!
I know this custody battle has dragged on for some time, but I'm still prepared to move forward as a cat.
It's like a yes, Your Honor. That's the man who killed my father. Oh, dear.
Can you point him out in the courtroom today?
Oh no.
Your Honor,
No.
meow. He's trying to meow, make a mockery of this courtroom. Meow, move to strike.
Speaking of, Crystal said, I would want him to defend me. After all, he would have 9 attempts.
Ah.
I enjoyed that.
Oh man.
What about the rest of the guys? What you guys got going on? What's up?
I am drinking water this morning, so I'm still not on the coffee yet. I did drink some coffee this week.
Really?
And then I remembered, I hate this. And I did not finish the cup.
This is breaking news, guys. Mike had some coffee.
Yeah. That's why he's still jittery. It's still like wired.
What is the reason behind not having coffee, Mike? I mean,
I just never acquired. It tastes awful to me. Remember, as a kid, if you ever tried black coffee when you were a kid, and it just didn't taste good. That was correct.
Hair on my chest.
Yeah, that was correct. That first impression of coffee was your correct impression.
I love how y'all moved the next segment to Josh's dreams, and then couldn't not keep going back to the cat. Yeah, the cat's way better than whatever I had to talk about. So.
Pretty sure all things in life will go back to this lawyer cat.
Yeah.
Oh man. And the best part is the judge has to stay serious, but how do you stay serious in a thing like that? You have to, we're aware you're not a cat.
Yes. Wasn't this an episode of I Dream of Jeannie? Wasn't that?
I think it was.
That was Dr. Bellows.
Yeah, exactly. Excuse me, Mr. Nelson. Were you just a cat? No, I wasn't, Mr. Bellows.
Tony.
Oh man.
Throughout the week, I need to watch older references in anticipation of what you guys will bring up, so that I'm ready, just in case.
Yeah, because we have a generational gap.
Sometimes. It doesn't mean anything against any of us. It's just the fact that sometimes there's references. I know I Dream of Jeannie. I've seen the show, but beyond and that, I don't know any other details.
Well, I think Josh was just trying to get back to his dream segment.
I
Dream of Jeannie. What else do you dream of, Josh?
I dream of one day equality for Americans.
You're right. You do have the best dreams.
Actually every day my fiance asks me what I dreamt about, and I tell her, and it's always fun. We always have weird dreams. So she asked me, and it's like a little fun thing that we do.
Does she share hers?
She doesn't have any dreams. She's not a dreamer.
What?
Yeah, I know. That's why I dream for both of us. So that's my life. Is that I think I'm easily bored, and so even in my sleep, my brain like makes up things for me to watch. That's it.
That's how everybody's imagination works. My brain makes up things for me to watch.
You don't dream, and then suddenly a disclaimer comes up. The following story is true. Wait a minute. This wasn't a dream. This was a memory. Oh man.
This memory is based on a real incident.
Marty Simpson just said she's marrying Josh. Clearly, she's not a dreamer.
Oh, ouch.
Burn.
Yeah, burn. I know. That's
not to cut you short again, Josh, but let's get back to the cat thing.
Yeah, let's talk about let's get Corey says, let's talk about the cat forever.
It's not. I love this. She says she saw a meme that said, "I'm not a cat" is exactly the kind of thing a cat pretending to be a lawyer would say.
That is true.
Exactly right.
I'm not a cat. I'm prepared to move forward.
I'm not a cat. I'm prepared to move forward. Let's
back up one quick second. Technically, he's a kitten. I mean, who are you fooling, guy? You're older.
True.
You're trying to pull yourself.
Yeah, he's not even old enough as a kitten. Law. How did he get into college? Like that's that. You bring up a valid point, Brian.
He's not even old enough to be a lawyer.
He's the
I mean,
Duke
unless,
cat lawyer.
unless he's some kind of like Doogie Howser kind of kitten, you know,
Or
then,
it could be-
then okay, I'll accept that.
Could be a
Sir,
kitten, but
under
on
oath?
like his fourth life.
Under oath, sir, tell the truth to the kitten. Did you kill the man? Tell the truth to the kitten. The cat needs to know. You're under oath. That's all I have, Your Honor.
Sorry, kitten. I can't tell a lie. You're so cute.
I like at
All right,
sentencing, they gave him 9 consecutive life statement sentences.
Go ahead and proceed. Did you meow order the code red? Meow. You can't handle the truth. Meow.
That was a reference to A Few Good Men, by the way, Chris.
Yeah, that was good. I've seen it. Oh gosh. Speaking of generations, I actually had a game I thought we could do, which might take us away from the cat, but no promises for those watching the show.
No promises, no guarantees.
It took us 3 episodes to
we
stop
always
talking
talk
about
a
K-cups.
personal
So
lifestyle. Was that?
it took us 3 episodes to stop talking about K-cups.
You mean kitten cups?
Hey-o.
Hey, yo. So what's your game, Josh?
Josh.
Chris.
All right,
Sorry.
Josh, now you got to do it. Go ahead.
Now we know that's the generation gap. That's the
Josh or Chris, one of you 2 youngsters.
Quick impression of Mike. One of you guys got a game.
For those just listening to
Hey,
our
Mike,
podcast.
do you want to go do something?
For those listening to the podcast that can't see any of this, Mike James is a cat.
I am not a cat. Let's move forward.
Okay. I am not a cat.
Oh, meow, no.
We're aware you're not a cat, sir.
I can see that.
Mike was in the movie Cats, though. He played James Corden, playing a cat.
Okay, so
Nobody knows who that is, Brian.
It's my job to throw out more and more references as the day go.
All right, Chris.
all right, so here's the deal. We have had a lot of phrases, and I've noticed all 4 of us kind of talk about different generations. So I thought it would be cool what I'm doing, and I haven't thought of a cool name for this yet, but I'm going to say a phrase, and then all you have to do is guess what decade it is. So it'll be 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, and 2010s. Whatever
This
you
is
guess.
called, I'm going to say a phrase. Guess what decade it is?
Bum, bum, bum.
Okay.
You get bonus points if you can guess
Oh,
the
dang it.
origination of it.
I missed my chance. That his show would be called Claw and Order.
All right. Dun dun.
That's good, Josh. I think the whole show's over now. That was perfect.
Sorry, back to you, Chris. We care about what you said.
I want to do this. So you're going to say a phrase. We guess the origin and the decade.
Guess the decade. It's a bonus if you can guess the origin.
Oh, okay.
Do we blurt it out, or are we going one at a time, or how does this work?
How about we write it? Let's write it on our name.
Okay.
So I guess I won't do it because I know the answers. So I'll let you guys do it. Let's start. Here we go. That fat. What decade is that? 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, or 2010s? That fat. And feel free, those that are watching the show, comment. If you're listening on podcast, you can send us a message with a very random saying the decade, and please have no context to it so we can be confused later. Are you guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, reveal what decade is that fat phrase from. We've got Brian Kohatsu says 90s, Josh says 2000s, and Mike James says Mike James.
So a couple things here. Twitch reveals my decade in part. One is I have no idea what decade that's from, and 2 is I don't know how to change my name on here. I keep looking through this thing. I don't know. I don't see how to do that.
So you see your picture of yourself down below your video view.
Oh, down there I do it.
Where the microphone's at.
All right.
Click on the three dots and edit
it.
name. Please do so now. And
you're not a cat. We understand.
I don't know.
Oh my gosh. Okay, sorry about that. So
I don't know is your answer. So after doing all of that,
wait.
So repeat the question, Chris.
Okay. That fat is the phrase from what decade? That fat. And you're locked in there, Mike James. 1980s. Brian's got 1990s, and Josh has 2000s. Let's see. Any comments anywhere? Crystal says 70s fat Albert. Rhonda Corey asked the proper question. Fat PHAT, which is the right type of fat. The answer is the 90s, which Brian wins. So that's 1 point for Brian. So far, Brian, you are a 90s baby.
That's pretty good.
Questions.
I got to tell you, I thought you said back fat. So anyway,
and you were just referring to your own quote,
my own self in the 90s and the 2000s and the 2010s,
when back fat was all the rage.
That's when it started for me, is what I'm saying.
All right, here's the next one. Prepare your boards, Mike. Make sure that you.
I am ready to go.
Okay. The next one is that's hot. That's hot. What decade is that? 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010s. That's hot. Whenever you're ready, you can display it. If you think you know watching the show, let us know here. That's hot.
Is everyone in?
I'm in. Yep.
Okay,
yeah, Josh,
go ahead and display.
All right.
All right.
All right, is this multiple choice?
Mike James says something that's not even applicable, which is the Roaring 30s.
That was hot.
I feel like this is
not just the regular 30s.
The Roaring 30s. 2000s go to Josh, and Brian also says 2000s.
Oh, well, that was the Paris Hilton thing, right? She would say that.
That's hot.
That's how you
right.
Okay.
Right. Brian, well, actually, no, Mike. So Mike would win the bonus points for getting the origin, which is Paris Hilton.
Bam.
Hot, but you wrote Roaring 30s, so you're disqualified completely.
Well, she was in her 30s. No, she probably wasn't. Okay.
I think she was 14 or something. So came from the show The Simple Life. Here we go.
With Nicole Richie. Extra points.
And Nicole Richie, perfect. Let's move it on. Do Me a Solid. What decade is Do Me a Solid from? Tom Hoy says $1.98. So Rhonda Corey got Paris Hilton from the past. Do Me a Solid. Go ahead and display when you're ready. What decade is it from? Brian says 90s. John says Mike James. And Mike James says 2010s. I am prepared to move forward.
I recognize that phrase. I don't remember when.
Really?
Do me a solid.
It was your last doctor's appointment, Mike.
Oh, 1987. Yeah.
That's what he had to say too at the doctor's appointment. Yeah. Amy Nygaard got it right with the 70s. Do me a
solid.
Yeah.
Oh, in my head, I just heard it now. Do me a solid, sucker.
Yeah.
Like
I still don't know what's the reference.
The reference is not coming to me. What are we talking about? Where's this from?
This is from the 70s. Best example I could get was "Do me a solid and let me borrow your car." That was a phrase as well.
It was like "Do me a favor."
I know I know the content. I mean, I know what it means. I just don't. I recognize that as like, hey, do me a solid, like that's a cool thing, but I can't imagine it being from the 70s.
Huggy
Oh,
Bear.
Huggy Bear from Starsky and Hutch.
So
Yeah.
it'd be like, hey, do me a solid and hand me that piece of paper.
Thanks,
That's
Amy.
in its lamest form. Do me a solid and hide this crack.
Huggy Bear, for those of you not aware, was a pimp from Starsky and Hutch and a drug dealer.
To be clear, not an actual bear.
Also,
I'm prepared to move forward.
He was a pretty cool cat.
There you go.
Okay.
Go
Go ahead and mute Josh now.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take myself out of here.
Yeah. Thanks, Josh.
No.
I am not good at this game so far. Okay.
All right. I feel like this will be good. All right. Next phrase. Gag me with a spoon. What decade is that? 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010s. Gag me with a spoon. What decade do you know your pop culture most?
I know this one.
Yeah.
Okay. Ready to reveal it?
Moon Zappa.
Yeah.
Extra points.
80s, 1990s. Yes, you're correct. I've never heard that phrase in my life.
Really?
I would not.
It was back in the Valley Girl stuff. Like, totally. Gag me with a spoon.
Moon Zappa had a song. Valley Girl. She's a Valley Girl. Valley Girl. Her father, Frank Zappa, produced it. Anybody?
Yep, I remember.
Where my old folks at?
I'm more of a Dweezil Zappa kind of guy, so I don't.
I don't.
Well, other variants for this phrase is gag me with a blow dryer, gag me with a snow shovel, gag me with a phone book. Anybody?
Back then, you could gag with anything.
Yeah,
Okay.
there was the gag me with the spoon was by far the thing, but people started filling in. Yeah, I remember.
Although
that.
gag me with a cell phone had not come into its popularity yet.
It didn't exist.
That wouldn't be until season 3 of Friends.
Yeah.
I believe it was the episode Rachel Goes to the Dentist. I think. Foggy.
Tonight on a very special episode of Friends, Rachel gets a molar removed.
All right, should I do one more?
Let's do another one. I'm
You should
enjoying
do
these
9 more. This
Really.
is amazing.
All right, let's do 2 more. I think I got a couple, maybe 3 more. Okay, here we go. Who knows what decade this is from? Vom. Is this 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010s? The word again is vom. Oh, hey, my mom guessed correctly 80s. It's worth noting because she is my mom.
Barb's on the board.
Well done, Barb.
My mom's already winning, you guys.
Was that for the last one or for Vom?
Vom. What was that?
Was that the 80s? That was for the last one, or that's for Vom? Your mom got Vom?
Yeah, no. She got 80s for the last one.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if she'll get this one. Vom. What decade is it? Ready and reveal. Josh's dream in the 2020s. Josh said ancient Rome.
I love Agent Rome. Hey man, meet me at the Vom.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go to the vomitorium.
The vomitorium, guys. You got to go.
I like how Josh went for the extra points, and not only is it in the decade of ancient, he even added the location.
Yeah.
And then Brian wins with 2010. Brian, do you want to guess for bonus points
What is
what
vom?
vom means?
I believe this generation can't say too many syllables, so I'm assuming it's vomit.
It is. Yep. Vom is short for vomit. I got a vom, y'all. You're making me vom.
I mean, I think we all got that part. I think we all understood that was. But
So,
where does this come from?
Speaking of abbreviating things, I never understood why people say, and in this case, Brian got the big W on that. Why would you abbreviate win 1 syllable to W 3 syllables? I got the W. You mean the win? Anyway.
Okay, last
Okay,
one.
I'm prepared to move forward.
Okay, this is the last one. If you get it right, well, this isn't the hardest one, but whatever. It'll be the last one. Wastoid. What decade
Say it
is
again?
Wastoid from? 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010s.
I feel like we need music.
I know.
Yeah,
I was
really.
like, wow, everybody's too.
Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow.
All right, ready? Display the answers. Okay, it was a character for Domino's Pizza.
Avoid the
Nice.
wastoid.
Wastoid. Yep. Josh says 80s. Brian says 80s. The correct answer, I don't know if anybody wants to comment the answer here. Crystal's bringing in with 80s over here. Wonder if my mom knows. My mom knows, she wins everything. And was there a real Domino's commercial where they said
It was the Noid.
It was
Avoid the Noid. He made your pizza cold, and he's still out there.
Yeah, that's right.
Thank you, Brian. Appreciate that.
He's like the Jason Voorhees of food.
So the answer is the 80s. The 80s. And then, so good job. I have no idea what the origin is for wastoid. Oh, wait, actually I do. It was coined by, anybody want to guess?
Sean Penn.
I was gonna guess that, but I think it's too early. I'm gonna say I don't know.
Okay, it was coined by John Hughes from The Breakfast Club. It's when Andrew tells Bender, "Yo, wastoid, you're not gonna blaze up in here." Anybody know that one?
I do.
I love this. This show should be like the new Breakfast Club, It
should.
Because at the end, I don't know if you guys know this, but usually at the end of the show, I go to a random football field, hang out at the end zone, and I go in slow motion.
Every week he does it.
I think the weirdest part is that you're always wearing a trench coat and nothing else. But you make a lot of money, so
and it doesn't matter what time of year. And then basically Mike's whole portion of that whole Breakfast Club thing is, don't you forget about
don't you forget about me. Anyway, there's avoid the Noid from Domino's.
Oh,
I like it. Avoid.
So when I was a kid, we had the Pizza Hut, and if you read enough books, then you got to go to Pizza Hut and you could get a free pizza.
Didn't he put a bounty out for Han Solo?
The Noid?
No, the Pizza Hut.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Did they really?
No, it was Jabba the Hutt. Sorry, Jabba the Hutt. I just looked it up.
Jabba the Hutt.
Pizza the Hut. Oh man. Do you remember that? Do you remember getting the little tiny basketballs from Pizza Hut?
No.
We're 52 minutes into the show, and we've finally got our first Mel Brooks reference. Lacking
Spaceballs.
Hey, in Spaceballs, that's a cat guy.
So we were at the zoo recently, my family and I, and we took the grandkids to the zoo, and they have dingoes at the zoo, Australian dogs. But one of the gals we were with, she said, I thought a dingo was a bat. And I said, and she goes, because in Seinfeld, they always said, did a dingo eat your baby? I said, so you thought a bat ate her baby? Anyway, well, I don't know why I brought that up.
You know what? I'll tell you, because it kind of reminds me. I literally was just thinking the same phrase. My computer is it's like at 5%. It might die before the end of the show. If it does, I'm just out of the show. I'll be canceled. And as soon as I saw that, I literally thought to myself, Tasmanian devil dingo baby. It was kind of like a phrase that had come through my brain.
Tasmanian devil dingo baby.
Yeah, you ever think that?
Remember that old
talking about?
Phrase that everyone used to say, hey, Tasmanian devil dingo baby.
Did a Tasmanian devil dingo baby eat your baby?
I'm a Christian. I'm that's as close as I get to a cuss word.
My battery's about to go bad. All I could think of was African lion, Japanese squalor. What?
I like the idea. Chris hits his finger with a hammer. He's like, "Oh, Tasmanian devil dingo baby." Chris, watch your mouth, sir. Watch your toe.
Spelt hashtag swirly line exclamation point swirly line exclamation.
By the way, I am here. I am not a dingo. I'm prepared to move forward.
I'm prepared to move forward.
That problem's happening all over the country. I am not a toad. I am a lawyer. Noted, you're not a toad. I don't know what country that is, but that's happening somewhere in Europe. My generic European accent.
I like it.
All right.
So my dad does terrible accents, and he'll do an Irish accent. It's true. He'll do an Irish accent. He'll be like, "Oh, look at me! I'm from Ireland. Oh, look at my lucky charms." And he's 100% serious about it.
All his family's impressions start with, "Look at me, I am."
Yeah. I'm Irish. Yes.
That accent begs the question. So, where are you originally from?
Oh, I'm from Dublin. Yes.
I have moved around a lot.
That's how my sister does it. I mean, she doesn't do an Indian accent. She doesn't do any accents. She literally is like, "I am from England. This is me. How close am I to the English accent?" That's what she does. And I'm like, no, that's wrong. And then she always gets louder and she's like, "Okay, how about now? Me from England." I'm like, okay. All you did was get louder. That doesn't do anything.
Me from England. Me from England.
Me from England.
You know, they talk in the British, me from Vancouver.
No, look at me. I'm from England, yo.
That was very Brian Regan-y there, Josh.
I'm from Brian Regan's house.
Where are you from? Oh, yeah.
I'm Scottish.
Wow.
Son. The big one's son.
I love that because all of us are comedians, we know how to do the idiosyncrasies of impersonating Brian Regan. It's like the head move. Yeah. Nobody else would know this but us.
Is this?
Oh. He always does that too.
Yeah.
Why?
Hey, by the way, speaking of that, who can do the Jim Gaffigan alter voice?
Oh, I don't know. He just said alter. Alter voice.
I hate the idea of words and impressions.
Everybody's whispering into their microphone.
Yeah. Now it's an NPR. It's an NPR show.
Back to the beginning.
Am I a cat? I don't know. Did he just say cat?
I thought of doing Jim Gaffigan, and now I'm doing Adam Sandler. I said it. I did not mean for it to happen.
I am not a cat.
I am not a cat.
Do you guys? So something every shower I take, I do the shampoo conditioner bit from Adam Sandler from Billy Madison. Shampoo is better. It goes on and cleans the hair. No, conditioner is better. It makes the hair silky and smooth.
I like Chris. Your "I am not a cat" thing was very Trump. I am not a cat. I am prepared to move forward. It'll be the most awesome moving forward ever.
If I were a cat, I'd be the greatest cat that ever existed.
Yeah.
I am prepared to move forward.
Everybody come to the kennel
left in the show. Are we doing any live shows people can come to?
Oh my gosh, we are. We're doing several live shows.
Yeah, we have a few coming up.
Valentine's Day
in Litchfield Park. These are all on our website, themorninglaugh.com. But we have that one. We have
the 21st Stir Crazy Comedy Club.
Yep. The Evening Laugh at Stir Crazy Comedy Club on the 21st in Glendale, Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
And
March 3rd.
Brian's got it all.
This is just from memory. March 3rd, we are at Pueblo El Mirage.
That's
right.
Of
us for another evening laugh.
The casino? Are we at a casino?
Unfortunately, no.
I don't.
The roulette table. You can catch us at the roulette table.
No, we're just actually dealing cards. We're dealers. An evening laugh.
Yes, we got jobs, guys. Finally,
come visit us where we work.
So all that's on the website, of course, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm at Stir Crazy the last week of February. By the way, I don't know if anybody cares with Andrew Slater.
No, that's great.
Yeah.
So,
Anybody else have individual shows?
Here was AC Slater.
AC Slater. I will be playing the Zach character. heavy makeup. Heavy
Oh.
makeup.
Speaking of, what's his name passed away?
Yeah, just Diamond.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, the show's about to end, so we don't even have time. I shouldn't have made it sad last second.
Just like this show, his life took a screeching halt.
Oh, there you go.
Anyways, guys, that's been very. Oh, that's a terrible way to meow.
Yeah.
No, meow.
Listen, if you guys enjoyed the show, first off, thanks for listening. If you enjoyed the show, please share it. If we made you laugh, share it. Let the world know. And literally, if you have any other comments, any other thoughts, you can message us. Go onto themorninglaugh.com to see more. And feel free to reach out to us, share, comment, subscribe, message, all those buttons. We need you to touch them, please. It helps us feel better. Okay, well, that was
don't
a weird
forget to avoid the Noid. Avoid the Noid.
With the Noid. Touch
please.
the buttons, babe. Hey, you want to touch the Noid? Ew, gross.
Did he just Noid? That's so weird. Why would he?
And a quick reminder: we are not cats.
Yeah,
I'm prepared to move forward.
we're prepared to move forward. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you next week on the Morning Laugh.
Can you play that video on the way out? Can you play that video? I just want to watch it one more time.
Yeah. Goodbye and good morning.